Really? Bitch. You still there? Okay, you're not. Oh, master fuck. Jesus. What's better? Ooh. Oh shit. Scratchy down there. Oh. Come on, scrub, get back. Oh, wow. Flew way the fuck away. It looks like most of them dipped. Most of them dipped. Mm-hmm. Yep, okay. Okie dokie. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, dokie. Boop. Got everything right? No, I didn't. I need this too. Zukov. 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 What are you doing? What are you doing? What is that? Hey, what the fuck you getting into? Get over here. Get over here. Get over here. Oh, you little prick. No, get over here. Hey! Hey! Stop right there. No, 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 no. You do not do this. No, you don't do this. Bad boy. Fucking idiot. Stupid fucking dog. Oh, shit. Okay. Fucking idiot. God, I swear to God. Fucking mutts, dude, I swear to God. Get this shit going. Do-do-do-do. Nice fucking start to the fucking day. You know, unreal little fucking pissant. Nice. Fucking animals, dude. I swear to God. Oh, fuckers always gotta be testing his fucking boundaries. Oh, I was in a good mood. Was. Caveat. Now I gotta load this fucking shit up. This fucking mutt, man. It's like a little shit knows I value my privacy every now and then, and don't always want him next to me all the fucking time. But now he's using that as an opportunity to, you know, do a bunch of troubling shit and get away with being bad. It's like, that don't fucking work here. So, nope. So fucking stupid. And he was trying to fucking, like, escape, too. Like, he had, like, a whole bag of fucking treats that he shredded up. Nearly got into all of them. And was trying to sneak outside with them. It's like, you little fucker. It's like, you knew goddamn well what you're trying to do. So, now I guess to be in his cage for the rest of the day. At least until I get back from work. Which could be a break or a lunch whenever I decide I want to come back home. So that's his fucking fault. And kind of forgot to feed him last night, so refilled a bowl of kibble for him, but now he ain't gonna get any of that until fucking lunch. So, or until I'm off work, so tough shit for him now, isn't it? Just, you know, like, obviously can't fucking necessarily think about that, but it's just like, should have thought about that before fucking, you know, sneaking off of a bunch of treats then, you dipshit. So, must be full now. He ate, like, just like half the fucking treats, so surely he must not need any food until I get off work, now don't ya? Fucking dumbass. Well, that's just fucking great. Now that dog's just got me grinded up the gears. And this is kind of annoying me. So, this is gonna fuck. Go underneath. Like so. Better. Okay, you know what? No, I forgot to do this. Get some audio for the background here. Doop. Okay, I'm bloated. And now it's cold again. Zika got me all tensed up and I'm cool. All cold. Ugh. I can never fucking have, like, just a decent fucking body temperature, dude. I'm either overheated way too fucking quick, or... motherfucker. Or I'm just, like, too cold and I'm... can't heat myself up. Unless I'm wearing, like, 8,000 layers. It's fucking retarded. My human body has mental deficiencies that aren't necessarily in the brain. It's like my organs themselves are mentally deficient. It's like my skin is mentally deficient, where it's like, oh yeah, this idea of trapping warmth and stuff, yeah, fuck that. That doesn't exist. That doesn't exist in this skin, nope. So, it's like, great, nice. Man, it definitely feels different if I'm being in here, but whatever. He needs to start actually having a little, you know, a little bit bunch whenever he's doing shit that's bad. So. Even in the goodest of sleep boys need fucking reminders. Which is stupid and annoying, because that's just breaking my trust. More so than anything else. So, it's like, good job, Zukov. Anyway, let's see what's going on with 2 eyes here. What's happening for this morning? Happy to come on. I thought Medicare for All was... It was the... What? Okay, wait, what now? What's this?
It came out called Battle for the Soul.
That sounds like the worst name for a book I've ever heard in my life.
And it's like sort of a behind-the-scenes...
Battle for the Soul. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. What the hell?
Gems in there. So, Crystal Ball tweeted this. In that book, Battle for the Soul, Kamala Harris is so vapid and vacuous and directionless, and she cares so little about policy, that when she was already running for president, she kept referring to Medicare for All in speeches as Medicaid for All.
Medicaid for...
Guys, this is 2019. 2020. Medicaid for All. Bernie popularized it. I mean, it's the slogan and the policy has existed for a very long time, but Bernie really popularized it in 2015. And in 2019, you still didn't know it was Medicare for All? What does that show? Well, it shows exactly what we already knew about Kamala Harris, and the rest of the book bears this out as well.
That she doesn't give a shit. I mean, she never gave a fuck about anything like this anyway. I mean, she was never in favor of Medicare for all in the first place.
It was about narcissism. It was an ego trip. She would do these events for president. She'd give these speeches, and 100% of the commentary would be about her. You know,
she's just a diet Hillary, that's all.
Me. She cared so little about policy that it was Medicaid for all. And so what did she do? And they explain this in the book, by the way. They say she had calculated nobody's even going to support Bernie, so it's good for me to hop in early. So she was the first person to sign on to Bernie's Medicare for All bill, but it was all a show. She thought, I'll get the credibility that I need with the base. If I sign on to this, Bernie's useless anyway. He's not going to make a run at it.
Just as much as Kamala is useless.
He destroyed Kamala Harris in the race, and Kamala miscalculated. But she signed on to it as a political strategy. She didn't actually believe in it. She didn't really support it. She didn't even know it was called Medicare for All. She called it Medicaid for All repeatedly. And by the way, you're ready for the scariest part? When she did this, it worked. This strategy worked. This is when she was very high in the polls. When she jumped into the race and she pretended early on, I'm totally like Bernie, except I'm a young black woman. So therefore, why don't you vote for Bernie in a better package, a young black woman?
I mean, honestly, that's what makes Kamala a lot more of a force to be reckoned with, at least initially. Back in 2019, when I first saw the, at least, like, first debate or two, like, I honestly legit thought Kamala would have been a force to be reckoned with a little bit. Considering that she was, like, quote-unquote, so progressive, but yeah, at the same time was not at all, like, you know, like, representative of that at all. Like, she's just a fucking right-wing like, worse than a cop, even being an attorney general, fucking corporatist elite. That's what she is, through and motherfucking through. But, I mean, the DNC corporatists and people like her take advantage of anything that's remotely, quote-unquote, progressive and take the credit for it, because that's how they, you know, keep themselves in power, keep people complacent. So they steal the credit while doing the bare minimal, if anything at all.
We also learned that her favorite line, that little girl was me, where she went after Joe Biden, totally pre-planned. Every aspect of that was there. They had a long debate beforehand, her and her staffers, about what to say and what to do. So in other words, everything she wanted to do about her is correct. Everything. Remember when she made her campaign about banning Trump from Twitter? And even Elizabeth Warren was like, seriously? This is your big thing? You're doing a gotcha of everybody else on stage by saying, I want to ban him, what about you?
We need to ban Donald Trump from Twitter! Which I guess she got that. Because I guess he is.
Stop playing that game of, you know, sign on to Bernie stuff. When she realized Bernie was a real threat, she had to back away from all the stuff that she co-signed with him. And so that's when she totally tanked in the polls, because she was clearly not for Medicare for All. Again, she didn't even know it was called Medicare for All when she signed on to it. She thought it was Medicaid for All. Useless, narcissistic ego trip. She's exactly what everybody thought she was, which is why she's polling at 28%. So.
And now she's vice president. Yay! Of course, you know, there's going to be an absolute empty-headed stuff suit. I mean, but this is kind of given. I was thinking there would be a little bit more of that, but I guess it's just literally shit that people already know about Kamala. Pro-cop, corporate elite establishment hack that literally just will jack, you know, whatever ideas, you know, that will best suit her narrative. Kind of like the rest of them. Not surprised. Legit not surprised at all. God, I love them. God, I love these corporate fucks. What the hell is it? M&M's are now a part of the culture war. Less sexy M&M's ruined Tucker Carlson's day. Good. Less sexy M&M's? Are we serious?
Satisfied until every last cartoon character is deeply unappealing and totally androgynous.
In one of the most overtly ridiculous Fox News segments that I've ever seen,
what?
Fox host Tucker Carlson lost his mind over cartoon M&Ms.
Alright, I got bullets on the screen. Sexy. What?
It's impossible to explain how ridiculous this segment is.
What?
Let me just play it for you.
Bet you didn't think M&Ms were pushing intolerance, but they were. They've been changed. You're seeing the changes right now on your screen. The green M&M, you will notice, is no longer wearing sexy boots. Now she's wearing sensible sneakers. Why?
Oh, and what do you know? Her arms are different too. They're less sexy. Oh shit.
Well, according to M&M's, quote...
Okay, so they changed her limbs and what she's wearing for shoes?
When we see more women in leading roles. Because leading women do not wear sexy boots. Leading women wear frumpy shoes. The frumpier, the better. That's the...
Huh? Oh my god, I can't believe this is a thing right now. Oh my sweet Jesus. Like, I'm pretty sure women can wear whatever the fuck they want if it's, like, regardless of what roles they're taking anyway, but if they're in leading roles, I'm pretty sure they can wear whatever they want. I don't think that matters.
Is that the brown M&M has, quote, transitioned from high stilettos to lower block heels. Also...
What? Wait, so... What's the difference? She just doesn't look as glossy. Like, the animated character herself just doesn't look glossier in comparison to the old version of the character. Looks a lot more like a natural brown M&M, I guess. I don't know. And she's wearing thicker block heels, I guess? This is meant to be, like, outrage or something? This is a thing right now?
To lower block heels. Also less sexy. That's progress.
What's this thing about M&M's being sexy? What the fuck? No. Who thinks of the M&M's like this?
Until every last cartoon character is deeply unappealing and totally androgynous. Until the moment you wouldn't want to have a drink with any one of them. That's the goal. When you're...
So when we look at the M&M's characters, we're imagining that we're supposed to have a drink with them, like, you know, hey, I'd have a beer with that person. What? Dude, they're fucking candies. They're M&M's. Who cares? They're literally are just M&M's. You grab a handful of them and you just eat those fuckers.
We've achieved equity. They've won. Meanwhile, in a nod to the burgeoning wellness movement, the orange M&M will, quote, acknowledge and embrace his anxiety. And actually, if you look at him, the orange M&M does appear very anxious. Maybe he doesn't like all the ugly new shoes he sees around him. Maybe he liked the sexy boots. Maybe the orange M&M is a secret sexist himself.
Are we serious? Oh my god. So there's like pretty much no change to the orange M&M? Like he's like the orange M&M was always kind of like this anxious, kind of cowardly the lion type, you know, character essentially. Like he's kind of always like that in the advertisements and shit. Like that's just his shtick. So like the new version of him, he just acknowledges that, I guess. Like what they're supposed to be freak out over that? What the fuck? They're M&Ms, Tucker. Are we serious? Like I could get like the weird fake outrage over like trans bathrooms or some shit, but fucking M&Ms? Are we serious, dude? My god, like M&Ms, fucking M&Ms, M&Ms, dude. Are we kidding me?
Segment from 10 years ago, when he was playing his.
The orange M&M is a secret sexist or something. That's why he's so anxious. Like, huh?
It's unbelievable
oh my God.
that he is serious during this segment. It also shows you how much of an actor Tucker Carlson is. He's not a news anchor, he's a news actor. He puts on this character, puts on a show. I have no idea if he has any actual beliefs, but I think he's a sociopath because of...
So that's COVID because my anti-vax now former friend. Oh, I can only imagine.
No.
Of course, like, everyone except for me is getting it for some reason right now. Like, fucking tremendous.
dangerous. Like, I don't care about his commentary on this. His actual impact.
Why? What the fuck? I'm like the only one that hasn't, like, been immediately directly hit with this shit. Pretty much everyone I know has, though.
Candy he spouts on a regular basis. But when it comes to this is so, this is just so ridiculous. I got a few points to make here. First, on the actual change by the Mars company, Mars Inc., and M&M's here, who cares? Like, really, who cares? So they put this out, I guess.
Yeah.
I think it was last night, maybe after the Tucker.
At least they're smart enough to be vaxxed.
Did my shoes really break the internet? They changed her shoes. They were high heels, now they're sneakers.
I like how they even put out a tweet just like, wow, I guess the internet broke down because the M&Ms had change of shoes.
Serious segment on Fox News. It is ridiculous. So here's, you know, all the characters here. There really is barely a change.
Wait, so they actually have all of them from new to... Okay, let's look at them. I want to look at these real quick. Okay, so the red one literally looks no different besides slight like, okay. It's just their shoes, basically. And their limbs are slightly different colors. Like, some of them have all white limbs, and some of them still kind of have, like, their tannish color a little bit. Like, the limbs. But other than that, it's... There's literally no difference with them. Like, they have the same exact features, the same exact face styles, the same exact expression styles, the same... Like, aside from the shoes, there's literally no difference between these characters. From the, quote, old and new. Like, there's literally... Like, what? It's like, can you spot the difference? It's like, yeah, they're in different poses. Aside from, like, the red M&M. Like, the red M&M is literally in the same pose. But aside from that, they're all essentially, like, in different poses. Well, no, the brown M&M is in the same pose, too. So it's like these two M&Ms, which they also happen to be next to each other, are in the same poses. But the rest of them aren't, and they have slightly different shoes. Like, wow, what a shocking, insane difference that is. Like, oh my god. Freaking about M&Ms now. Yes, yes, they actually are. Tucker Carlson had a segment that you probably just missed, but he was literally freaking out how they're quote-unquote less sexy.
The orange guy, orange M&M, was, you know, anxiety-ridden before this, but I guess he always was, and he has anxiety now too. Okay, I don't really understand. Live with your anxiety. I have serious anxiety. You want to deal with it. You don't want to just live with it. You want to be able to process it and not just be, you know, anxious all the time.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. The high heels are a little bit lower. There's a pair. What's also incredible here is, you know, somebody got paid millions for just these slight tweaks, for barely, you know, touching around the edges here. Some marketing genius or some...
I mean, honestly, like, even if they somehow legit fundamentally changed what these characters look like, I mean... Even then, I couldn't care. They're just fucking M&Ms. Like, I look at these M&Ms, I'm like, damn, I'm gonna eat you later. That's basically it. Like, I mean, I'm a sucker for the peanut M&Ms, so I look at that big yellow M&M, knowing that it's basically the representation of the peanut M&Ms, and I'm like, damn, I'm gonna eat you, you fat fuck. They're gonna be delicious with that peanut shoved up in you, you delicious M&M. Like, I'm thinking about how I'm gonna, like, eat up those peanut M&Ms and be like, nice and crunchy. Well, that's just me. I just like the peanut M&Ms myself. I'm just a little bit more preferential towards that. I mean, the regular M&Ms are okay, but, you know, they're just like little chocolate balls, basically. It's like, eh. You know, you need a little something in there. That's why I like the peanut M&Ms, you know, because you got a little something in there, you know, a little something. Plus, it's a little protein, you know, from a nut. So it's just like, hey, you know, get a little benefit from it. But to show the peanuts up the M&M's ass. Okay, let's not actually make it sexual. Like, come on, let's not actually get points for Tucker here. I have to wonder what Tucker finds sexy if he finds M&M sexy. I mean, no, seriously, dude. Like, what's Tucker getting himself off to if he thinks M&Ms are sexy? Or at least, like, the female versions. Like the brown M&M or the green one. Like, evidently there's something about those that are sexy to him. It's like, what? I mean, I'm a furry, so I can't really say, like, I can't really, you know, say too much, but, like, at least I'm not looking at M&M's like, goddamn fam, let me tap that. I'm looking at, like, Crystal Fox and Judy Hopps or fucking Nick Wilde, like, damn, let me tap that. Not fucking M&M's. I'm looking at, like, the Beast from Beauty and the Beast or fucking, it's Lola Bunny from Space Jam or whatever the fuck. That's, I mean, that's what, that's what us furries are looking at. Not this weird shit. It's like, if anyone ever is just like, is Tucker secretly a furry and he's just trying to slowly hide it by projecting his sexuality towards M&M's, and it's like, no, we will not accept him at all. Doesn't like the brown M&M without being interracial. Well, he was freaking out how the brown M&M doesn't have stilettos anymore. It has heels that are smaller and bigger blocked, I guess. So evidently he does, because he thought it was sexy when the brown M&M had the stilettos on, but now it doesn't apparently. Even though there's like literally hardly any difference to it besides just like the block base for the brown M&M's heels, just literally just bigger. So thus it just makes it look like a smaller heel or whatever the hell, but who cares? Like, who gives a fuck? Like, I'm looking at it and I just find it's amusing. Like, this is the thing that people are, like, on the right, at least, like, Tucker, are freaking the fuck out about. So it's just pure culture war nonsense. I mean, there's absolutely nothing that could legitimately, like, be, like, outraged over when it comes to this. Like, I'm trying to actually break down, like, okay, could there be something, and there just isn't. Like, I could probably break down, like, I don't know, like, Potato Head or some shit. I can at least kind of break that down a little bit and maybe get why, because, like, oh, they're trying to, you know, like, expand Potato Head from Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head and have, like, this whole crazy, weird, diverse potato family, and it's like, oh. It's like, that doesn't work. How's that function if you have, like, you know, Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, but then you have, like, you know, all these other potato heads that are in the same family, but yet don't look alike. What the hell's with that? It's like, oh my god. And even then, it's like, I can just be like, because there's other families of potatoes. Which honestly, you know, it's like, how, have they even done that? Where they have, like, you know, the little russet potatoes, and then you got, like, the white potatoes, and then the red potatoes. Like, you get all these different potatoes. It's just like, you know, how come we haven't seen that? Where's that, huh? Where's that? You know, there's something to be outraged about potato heads. Like, why haven't you diversified your species of potatoes? Why aren't we seeing, you know, multi-potato special, like, representation of the potatoes here? Huh? We gotta get, you know, fucking potatoes, you know, like, you know, of every type of, you know, all over the world now. Come on. All the potatoes. You can't just have, like, one particular type of, you know, potato here. What, is Potato Head racist? Racist against other types of potatoes? But, it shows how fucking silly it is, though. Because even then, I wouldn't give a fuck. You know, it's like, because who cares? They're just like, they're candies, they're toys, who cares? It's just meaningless shit. M&M NFTs. I'd call for the asteroids. I'd call for the asteroids.
Just absolutely ridiculous. So, before I get to more on Tucker, I just want to share this tweet that made me laugh. From Matthew Schwartz here. In an effort to make them more relatable and inclusive, the Mars Candy Corporation has confirmed that M&M's crunchy shell is, quote, their skin, and that when you bite into them, they feel immense pain.
Oh my god. Damn. So when we eat M&M's, we're all just sadistic pieces of shit and sociopathic, horrible fucks that are just straight up, you know, just torturing and mutilating M&Ms as we just eat away their skin and insides and viscera.
Would be hilarious. Now, let me get to what is going on here. So, this is clearly, this is what the right wing does on a regular basis, right-wing media. They try and create these cultural moments out of nothing. Whether it's Mr. Potato Head, whether it's Dr. Seuss books that were canceled by the actual Dr. Seuss company themselves, that had overtly horrible garbage in them. Just a couple of books that no one even heard of. But that was
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say it's really overt horrible garbage. I would just say that it was, like, the actual, like, stories themselves wasn't necessarily bad. It's just the illustrations that were actually pretty fucked up. And honestly, at that point, I mean, considering that there's a lot of artists that also mimic pretty well, too, the Dr. Seuss style of illustration, I mean, it just, you know, to me, it would make sense, you know, on their end to be like, alright, let's just, you know, re-illustrate, you know, the more problematic illustrations in these books and just sell them that way. You know, just like the less, you know, the less fucked up illustration versions of the books, basically. There you go. I don't know. Like, I mean, it'd still do the same thing for the books that are no longer going to be published anymore. It would still boost those up in money and in value and shit. It would still do all that it would do. It's just that there's now like a newer, less insensitive fucking version of the book out there now that's, you know, being published. So at least that's what I'd, you know, do in that circumstance, because, like, you know, the actual, like, book in it itself wasn't necessarily bad. It's the illustrations that were kind of fucked up. Which, yeah, it's like, I mean, you can easily just get someone to re-illustrate those scenes and those little specific, you know, art and shit, and there you go.
Let's do a huge story. Mr. Potato Head, which they didn't really do anything about Mr. Potato Head. They just rebranded it as an overall Potato Head logo, but they still have Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. And
yeah, but they don't have all the other, you know, races of potatoes. They're like still racist.
It's you know, changing.
I'm kidding, by the way. I'm not being serious.
And becoming less sexy. I don't know what this says about Tucker. You know, if he found it attractive before. Personally,
dude, I bet if we go on Rule 34 on that website, I guarantee you there's probably an Eminem Rule 34. And I guarantee you Tucker Carlson probably has a profile and an account on that website, and it's just full of it. On top of, like, other weird shit that he's probably into.
Physically attractive, I just like to eat them, but that is remarkable to me. Now imagine, one last point here, imagine Rachel Maddow did a segment about how M&Ms are too sexy and how they need to become more inclusive.
Oh my god, dude. I want it. I want it. I can't imagine it because I honestly do want it. Just because, like, I mean, it just shows the other end of the whole culture war spectrum. Because it's not necessarily just right that, you know, perpetrates this fucking nonsense. Like, I mean, whenever fucking, you know, people like Maddow or whoever the fuck else, you know, freak out about shit that is overall just pretty ridiculous, and then the right will cherry pick that and say it's whole, like, the entire monolithic absolute of the entire quote left or whatever the fuck. I mean, it's like, well, it's those people still exist, and those, you know, people are still fucking ridiculous nonetheless, but that's just kind of the whole thing about the culture war shit. It's that it gets propped up and hyperpolicized into, like, this whole big thing, like it's pretty much what's going on, when in reality it's not at all. Like, there's actually I think, you know, a perfect example of this, where Louis C.K., when he got Me Too'd back in, like, what, like 2018 or some shit, and basically, you know, probably within a year, probably like 6-8 months, give or take, you know, after he was kind of quiet for a while, he came out and did a show, and it was sold out, basically. And then, he was, telling, you know, his whole set and all that, and about halfway through, somebody, made a whole hoopla and walked out. And basically, that one person that left was essentially the whole culture war, Twitter sphere nonsense bullshit. At least, you know, when it comes to the quote-unquote left side of the thing. Now, when it comes to the right side of the thing, it's pretty much the same shit. It's just, I mean, it's honestly no different. Whichever half is rabbit has the right to pick some ass. I mean, honestly. Because, yeah, you're right. The American mainstream, quote, left does suck. That's caveat, though. The mainstream.
And it would be a permanent stain on her career. she would be laughed out of the media. Yet here, Tucker does the equivalent for a conservative audience, and it's just another day on Fox News. He's going to have a show on Monday. People are going to forget it's ever happened. But this, like, it shows you how they have conditioned people to expect just the most outlandish, absurd things to appear on this network and other conservative networks. That when a segment like this happens, it's just another day. It's not out of the ordinary. It's just perfectly normal. But don't let
because in their mindset, like, the whole culture war shit is just normal in their mind.
Make you think this is normal. A segment like this shows you how full of shit these people are. How they use these kinds of issues to distract from what is actually going on when it comes to low wages, the cost of health care, the climate crisis. They don't talk about those issues, but they'll spend a segment complaining about the changing shoes on an M&M.
Oh my
amazing.
God, I still can't believe it. I'm honestly... I really can't believe I saw that. Like, wow. Tucker Carlson ringing and getting triggered over fucking M&Ms. It's like, what the fuck? Hey, brother. What's up, man? The debauchery of fucking M&Ms, man. They're becoming androgynous. The M&Ms, man, they're becoming less sexy. It's an outrage. Oh my God, what the fuck? I can't believe that's the current culture war shit right now. It's just like, hey, M&Ms, yo. Gotta make them sexy again. Oh my God, even Hassan reacted to this.
This is, of course, our top story of today. Oh my God. guys, I'm beginning
Since
to
I was
think
looking at this when y'all weren't here,
that a lot
we're
of
watching
people
this again.
Fuck the green M&M.
We got it.
Okay. I'm also
Our boy
beginning to
Tucker
think
wants to fuck those
yeah,
M&Ms, dude.
There's a 6-second ad break coming to you right now.
Shut up. Just give it. Oh, is this the actual ad? So is this the ad showing off the new M&Ms?
One for all
And all for fun?
and all for fun.
Okay. Honestly, the ad's okay. I mean, this ad, like, it's all in all, like, out of modern ads, this is actually, like, it's whatever. It's not overbearing, it's not ridiculous, it's actually straight to the point. It's actually kind of like, it's reminding me of those 1950s ads where we're like, hey, here's our product, fucking eat it, you know you like it. It's, you know, it's basically doing that, so, you know, alright.
So, basically, what it is...
It's an ad, what do you want?
Like...
To the point, there you go.
They didn't do anything. Like, they actually didn't do anything. They just basically said that, like, our M&Ms are just, like, 10% gayer now. You know what I mean? Right? They were just like, hey, welcome. Like, you're gonna have...
We add a little bit of that homosexual flair. Yes.
No, it's just like...
No, they didn't go far enough. I think they need to put an M&M in drag. That's what they need to do.
Yes. Yep.
Why you?
We need to go all the way.
How was it? Just go the whole fucking way.
But it's the M&M. How are you gonna yassify the M&M?
Yassify the fucking M&M.
How? But, like, how?
Do it up. You really want to be with us? Then fucking do it up. Don't dip your toes in to signal something. Fucking put that M&M in drag. Make it gay. I want to
Damn.
M&M.
We went from Tucker freaking out to the other end where it's just like, you know what, we're not going far enough. I want some M&Ms in drag. I want, like, you know, a trans M&M in there. I want, like, you know, the gayest M&M you could fucking think of. We need all those M&Ms. We need the inclusion, man, baby. Let's go.
Give me this little, look at us. We welcome you because we want you to buy our shit. Dive in head first.
I just don't... I know you're joking, but what is really fucking...
I bet it says you gotta hit a ball switch.
Is that, like, it's candy, like, and this is...
To a cord.
This is basically every corporation that wants to, like...
Yeah, I'm low one up here.
And do
This guy grinds some up here real quick.
Will just, you know, dip their toe in the outrage cycle, right? And immediately the machine that's hungry for ratings and hungry to reinforce their ideological boundaries will then dive headfirst into this conversation, right? Where you'll have the conservatives be like, what do you mean, homosexual M&Ms? What the fuck? Like, fuck that shit. Oh, well, wow.
Your kids are gonna be gay for eating M&Ms.
Yeah, you're
How dare they? Even though these M&Ms are already rainbow colored, they're gonna be gay because of it.
And then the other side's like, no, I love the gay M&M. I'm literally putting the gay M&M inside of me right now. Like, it's my favorite. Holy fuck, I'm gonna buy so many more M&Ms. It's always like, it's like ping pong for outrage, okay? It's outrage ping pong. And the only one that
Culture war.
from all of this, obviously, is the company.
Gotta love it.
itself.
Just a back and forth of meaningless outrage.
Avoiding controversy about, like...
Well, this is amusing for people like me.
Are M&M's Nestle? Is that what it is? I love the fucking... Like, the silly
I think.
leftist, I just learned...
Are they Nestle? Yeah, I think they're Nestle.
Where it's like,
Or are they
M&M's
Hershey's?
doing this to avoid the PR controversy of child slave labor. Like, dude, that's been happening already. Like, okay, that's quite literally happening already. Okay? The article that you're posting is 11 months old. They didn't come out with this now, dumbass. Okay? It's old.
And also, like, even though the article about that being released of Nestle doing that shit is 11 months old, like, I mean, basically a year old, like, they've been doing that, like, for probably decades. Longer than that, even. Like, I mean, they've probably been doing this since they got their fucking grubby little fucking fingers all over the third world, basically. So, I mean, like, honestly, that's nothing new under the sun whatsoever.
It happened. This already happened. They won. You're stupid for thinking that is the reason why they're doing this. Like, oh man, the big narrative actually is they're trying to fucking... Yeah, they won. They won. They won. They won. So, let's finish this.
You mean said it as a songbook? Oh, this little thing? Well, I mean, I don't even have to look at it, really.
They made it, like, more non-binary or something?
I mean, there's, like, T-Bone Slims, Utah Phillips. I mean, Joe Hill was one of the more prominent songwriters. So, there's a few of them. Aunt Feeney.
One is anxious or has, like, anxiety. It's just so fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid, dude. It's so stupid.
But so they have an M&M that has anxiety, and they're torturing them by putting them in a commercial.
On top of that, you're giving this orange M&M anxiety for knowing he might get, like, honestly, the orange M&M is probably the most realist of them all, bro. Like, he's the one who actually understands that he's like, you know, like, hey, you know, we're gonna get eaten. We're M&Ms, bro. Like, I'm excited because we're about to get eaten, fam. Like, we're M&Ms. We're gonna die. Like, I'm anxiety-ridden and scared because, like, yo, we're meant to be eaten.
I want to see the M&M. I thought this was the Tucker Carlson M&M one. Okay. So let me just...
M&M has crippling anxiety.
Dude, I hate it. The M&M...
I'm pretty sure that, like, M&M already knew that...
Imposter syndrome.
The orange M&M was always, like, a fearful, cowardly lion type.
He's on a global stage.
One of the M&Ms is gay. One of the M&Ms is bisexual. One of the M&Ms is saying bisexual visibility. Anyway, so, you know, my man, the myth, the legend, okay, who obviously doesn't have anything better to do with his time.
Besides freak out about M&Ms.
Cover the story. I mean, look, if you are a solid anti-imperialist leftist like Tucker Carlson, like, this is what you gotta talk about. You gotta talk about this.
The other big change is that the brown M&M has, quote, transitioned from high stilettos to lower block heels. Also less sexy. That's progress. M&Ms will not be satisfied until every last cartoon character is deeply unappealing and totally androgynous.
What? Dude, are you trying to fuck the M&M? Fuck the M&M, dude.
We gotta fuck the M&Ms, baby.
So weird, bro. What is happening? What is happening? Like, we used to make jokes about, like, Lola Bunny not being hot. I'm so mad. What the fuck?
Pop's
like,
sleeping.
I want to jerk off to Lola Bunny. Like, you fucking pieces of shit. Whatever. We used to joke about that. And now, this dude is actually engaging in, like, literal weeb behavior. And It's not even like a sexy character. It's not even like fucking JoJo Rule 34. It's M&M's. They've all.
Dude, there's definitely Eminem Rule 34.
Always been androgynous.
I didn't think they'd be mad at it being less sexy. I thought they'd be mad at
She ain't got no titties, Tucker.
Dude, honestly, they should have done that for the M&Ms. They should have like little mini M&M titties or something, you know? And then like that would have made sense at this point. Like it's like, oh, they made them like sexy. If like the old original M&Ms had like the female M&Ms had like little like straight up M&M titties or something. Like, and then, like, the new ones don't, and then straight up look more androgynous, that'd make sense, but even then, it'd still be ridiculous, because it's just like, so what? Got, like, bulging, like, malformed M&Ms, where they have, like, little M&M titties and shit. I mean, every now and then you get a weird-looking M&M that looks like they have, like, a little M&M titty, you know, popping out a little bit. I mean, come on. Y'all get those M&Ms?
Wouldn't want to have a drink with any one of them. That's the goal. When you're totally...
You want to have a drink with any one of these M&Ms? Yeah, you look at these M&Ms, you think, I want to have a drink with that son of a bitch.
Less sexy. That's progress. M&Ms will not be satisfied until every last cartoon character is deeply unappealing and totally androgynous. Until the moment you wouldn't want to have a drink with any one of them. That's the goal. What
do you mean have a drink with any one of them? Like, what does that mean? He is just bricked up, dude.
He's bricked up.
He is bricked up. Hard as diamonds. So fucking erect it should be illegal talking about these M&Ms.
You're totally turned off. We've achieved equity. They've won.
What?
I can't really tell much of a difference.
The other big
There ain't no difference, basically. It's literally their shoes.
Following it closely.
I can't see much of a
knowledge
difference.
and embrace his anxiety. And actually, if you look at him, the orange M&M does appear very anxious. He doesn't like all the ugly new shoes he sees around him.
He literally doesn't look any different.
Sexy boots. Maybe the orange M&M is a secret sexist himself.
It's just like, dude.
Oh
I
my
can't
God.
believe he did a media hit on this, dude. It's awesome.
I'm sorry, man.
So yeah, you're gonna tell me it's
Oh.
not fucking hilarious, dude?
No, but putting the
Oh my God. I was hoping maybe Guffa will do fucking, you know, would be all up in that shit. It's like, ooh. So I was gonna say, yep. Anyway, man. Only here for, you know, a short time anyway before work, unless, so. Just kind of fucking around meantime. For like another 20 minutes or something like that. Well, I guess more like 15 or something. God, Tucker, dude. Well, I can't believe he's just so fucking obsessed over these M&Ms, dude. I'm still a little, like, sitting here just like, wow. Just utterly wow. Let's do. Here. Let's see. Here, let me pull one. I mean, I won't be able to listen to it here, but I can. Anthony's have you been to jail for justice? And just kind of go from there. Because pretty much usually anything from her discography is pretty good. Is there enough fun shit? There we go. I'm gonna see what else is going on before I head off to work and all that fun shit. Play some. I mean, I can't necessarily just, you know, find some random thing because of fucking YouTube copyrights and shit. So I have to be a little tricky aside from just like something like wipe out audio or something like that for the background. Because at least with him, a lot of his like synthwave type of shit, so royalty free. I mean, if it was on Twitch, honestly, it'd be a lot more easier. So Which I'm thinking, you know, I should probably try to hit them up again about a band appeal and shit. Now that I kind of know a little bit more about the tricks of, you know, getting permanent bands dealt with. Yeah, I mean, if YouTube wasn't so fucking stupid about it. Because honestly, it shouldn't matter, you know, when it comes to that type of shit. Because, like, wouldn't, especially when it comes to, you know, artists and musicians, wouldn't they want their music, you know, being played off in the background or being put out into the public sphere? Because, like, I mean, you'd think, but, I mean, like, at least when it comes to the actual, like, fair use and copyright laws, you know, that's what should apply, but these fucking platforms don't follow it whatsoever. If anything, they just get heavily abused. So, it's like, yay! That's such bullshit. It's ridiculous. It's honestly why these platforms need to be just, like, become public utilities and just utterly nationalized. Because there needs to be just a total removal of the, you know, profit motive or attempt thereof in these platforms, on top of actually having a more cohesive structure, fucking copyright and fair use put in place. So yeah, alright, see you around, man. I'll definitely be here after my shift. Night, buds. Well, it means the afternoon for me. There's not really too much else going on in the meantime. There's something I can check out later when I get back from work. Because it's like an old 20-minute thing. For Carlson cans, Owen see him as a homeless and how Fox News segment. Oh, beautiful. Lovely. That's definitely something to check out later. Oof. Anything else? Nope. It's for the meantime. But I gotta get off to the grind, do that work and all that fun shit, so as much as that's a little fun bowling, call it good for that. Those for the meantime. Anyway, but off to that shift, so I'll be